the second part of chapter 4, section 7 is the quadratic formula. Yesterday you learned about the discriminant, okay? And the discriminant is just basically b squared minus 4ac. And that told me how many solutions I could expect on my quadratic. That kind of gives me an idea of what these things look like, okay? So the rest of the formula looks like this. If you have a standard form quadratic, okay, that looks like this. To find the actual x-intercepts, if they're unfactorable, if your quadratic is unfactorable, you can plug it into this formula. And it goes like this: x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, all of that divided by 2a. Now, does this b squared minus 4ac look familiar? Yeah, and that's what you did for your homework. We call that part of it the discriminant, which is what you need to do. Okay, so since you know how to do that part, the rest of it you're just adding just a little bit extra. Okay, and I actually need to solve for the exponential. So let's go ahead and do an example. So I have 4x squared plus 4x minus 8 equals 0. Identify your a, b, and c. A is 4, b is 4, and c is negative 8. And then what I want you to do, and this is exactly what your test is going to look like when we take it next week, most likely on Wednesday. Okay. What I want you to do first is find the value of the discriminant. Okay, so part A, find the value of the discriminant, which is just your b squared minus 4ac. That's what I'm going to ask you to do on the test. So that's what I want you to do in your homework so you get your practice doing. So b is 4. So I have 4 squared minus 4 times 4 times negative 8. And then simplify that like you did yesterday. So 16 minus 16 times negative 8. Right, 16 plus 1. Which gives me 41. What does that tell me about what type of solutions I'm going to have? Yeah, I'm going to have 2 real solutions. So part B on your test is going to say how many solutions do you have? How many x-intercepts? That just means your quadratic crosses the x-axis twice. Now part C is what's new. Okay, part A and B is what you've already done. Part C is what we're adding. So let's go ahead and take everything and plug it into that entire equation or formula called the quadratic formula. So I have x equals negative b. So negative b would be negative 4, because my b value is 4, plus or minus the square root. Now here's something that is kind of a shortcut for you. Since you already found the value of the discriminant over here, go ahead and plug it in underneath your square root. Then we don't have to do all that work over again. And then divide it all by 2 times 4. Now, as soon as you see this, I want you to simplify your root first before you go ahead and find what they are. What is the square root of 12? So it's going to be negative 4 plus or minus 12 over 4 times 2 is 8. And that's where you get your 2 answers, is that plus or minus. Most of you are probably unfamiliar with plus or minus. That just means you're going to add and then you're also going to subtract. So there's 2 answers, which makes sense because we have 2 x-intercepts, which is what we said in part B. So I have negative 4 plus 12 over 8 and negative 4 minus 12 over 8. This just gives me negative, or 8 over 8. And this is 1. And this one's going to give me negative 16 over 8, which is negative 2. So my 2 x-intercepts are 1, 0, and negative 2, 0. Let's do another example. This one is not written correctly, so we have to kind of just distribute and move everything to one side of the equation to set it equal to 0. So I'm going to go ahead and distribute this. So I have 3x squared equals 4x plus 2. And I don't like to have a negative a value, so I like to subtract 4x and subtract 2 and move it. So I'm going to subtract 4x and subtract 2 to both sides. These are going to cancel. I'm left with 0. So I have 3x squared minus 4x minus 2. There's your A, B, and C value. A is 3, B is -4, and C is Once you have those, go ahead and start, do part A. Part A is just finding your value for your discriminant, which is b squared minus 4ac, like you did on the homework for today. B is -4, and don't forget to put that -4 in parentheses. -4 squared minus 4 times 3 times -2. So that's 16 minus 12 times 2. 16 plus 4. Based on that answer, what does that tell me about how many x-intercepts I'm going to have? Since it's a positive number, I have 2 x-intercepts. Now part C, actually finding those x-intercepts is what we need to do. Now here's the tricky part. 40 is not a perfect square, so when we stick it underneath that square root, we're going to end up with some decimals and fractions. So let's go ahead and try it. So we have x equals -b, and b value is -4, so I have a -4, plus or minus the square root, and here's where I'm going to use my value for part A to put underneath that root so that I don't have to redo it. Over 2 times 3, since my A value is 3. Now, once you get to this point, you have to stop and you have to use the skill we learned on Tuesday. Because if you don't, you're not going to end up with the correct answer on Math Excel. Notice how the square root of 40 can be simplified, just like we did on Tuesday on our worksheet. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to simplify that on the side. So on the side, I want you to simplify that square root of 40. So you're going to do exactly what you did on Tuesday, which gives me 2 square roots of 10. And then replace the square root of 40 with 2 square roots of 10. Now, here's where it gets tricky, okay? This plus or minus, before I do that, you have to distribute this 6 to both terms, okay? So you're left with 4 6 plus or minus 2 square roots of 10, 6, and then you have to simplify your fraction. And that's tricky, but that's how Math Excel and most ACT tests or whatever want the answer, just like that. So this reduces to 2/3 plus or minus. This reduces to 1/3. Make sure you do not reduce the number inside the root. Okay, you can only reduce the 2 6. Okay, don't reduce what's inside the root. So that's 1/3. So I'm just going to be left with the square root of 10. You can put the 1 there if you want. I'm going to leave mine out. On Math Excel, it wants you to put the answers either as a rounded decimal. So you have to plug that into your calculators as a rounded decimal, or it wants you to put it like this: 2/3 plus the square root of 10 over 3, comma 2/3 minus the square root of 10 over 3. Sometimes they want it as a decimal, sometimes they want it like that. If they state your answers as the exact answer, this is the exact answer. A rounded answer would be the decimal form where you take 2/3 plus the square root of 10 over 3 equals on the calculator and it's rounded. Okay? So make sure you know both of those, because the way math is, sometimes they want the answer one way, sometimes they want it the other way. Okay? All right, we'll try one more. Okay, so this one's not set up correctly. What do I have to do to both sides before I can find the ABC? Yep, add 25 to both sides. So I have x squared plus 10x plus 25 equals 0. My A value is 1, my B value is 10, and my C value is 25. So part A, I'm going to do B squared minus 4 times A times C, which is 10 squared minus 4 times 1 times 20. Which gives me 100 minus 100, which is 0. Given that my discriminant is 0, how many solutions do I have? Yes, I have one x-intercept. So that's just here. Let's find out what it is. X equals negative b, so negative 10 plus or minus the square root of 0 over 2 times 1. Now, as soon as you do that, you look at the root, make sure you have to simplify or solve it. The 0 is a perfect square. What is the square root of 0? What times itself equals 0? Yeah, 0. So I have negative 10 plus or minus 0 over 2. Well, negative 10 plus 0 is negative 10, and negative 10 minus 0 is negative 10. So I don't even need the plus or minus 0 anymore. So I can just have negative 10 over 2 is negative 5. Now, just as a reminder, it's an x-intercept, but since there's only one x-intercept for this quadratic, what do you know has to be true about this x-intercept? It's not only the x-intercept, but it is also the vertex. Okay? So make sure you remind yourself that this is also the vertex and the x-intercept. Okay, final example. I have to rearrange my equation first. I'm going to distribute. So I have 2x squared minus 2x 3. Add 3 to both sides. I can set it equal 0. 2x squared minus 2x plus 3. Now I have the A and C value. A is 2, B is negative 2, and C is 3. So for A, I'm going to go ahead and find the value of the discriminant, which is b squared minus 4ac, which is negative 2 squared minus 4 times 2 times 3. Negative 2 times negative 2 is 4 minus 2 times 3. 4 minus 24 is negative 20. Since I have a negative value in my discriminant, part B, how many x-intercepts do I have? 0. And since I have 0 x-intercepts, what's the point in doing part C if you don't have any? So then you just skip part C. I think